Just making me do weird gestures on.
That song just ends very abruptly. All I Want Is Everything by Jellyfish. Nick, you were telling me that that's some garage band from where are they from?
Out in Oregon.
We got Nick Stokey here from Prairie Pest Control, or today probably more Below Zero Wrestling, because he's got the event coming up on the 23rd. This is Fargo 5. We're moving on to Frequently Asked Questions. So, Nick, I don't know if you know, Fargo is a famous town. We have people from all around the country who are interested in Fargo, North Dakota. They're like, what is going on with the people up there? They've got a lot of questions. They send in mail. And I just get hundreds, thousands of emails every day.
I saw the mailbox.
You saw the mailbox.
Overflowing.
Just overflowing.
Yes.
I try to grab ones that are representative. So this is not just stuff that ChatGPT came up with.
Yep.
These are real listener mail.
Perfect.
So we've got Harper Lee from Sictorville, Cictorville, Sictorville, California, asks, is there a strong sense of community in Fargo? How do residents come together to support each other? What do you think of that, Nick?
I would say yes, that we do have a strong sense of community here. I mean, like I said, I've been here forever, my whole life, and I feel like it's very community in a sense of anytime something's going on, whether good or bad, you can tell when that community comes together.
What do you think that comes from?
I think we're a big town with a small town feel.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people have that small town mentality because so many. I mean, North Dakota, outside of like 3 towns, were considered small towns. So I think that's where a lot of it is, that community base. Like if you think of small towns of farms or something, if something goes wrong with one farmer, all the other farmers come and help.
Yeah.
And I think that's that same mentality we have here in Fargo.
You know what I think really, what keeps the small town feel around here, at least this is my opinion, is it's the dirt. So because of the dirt, we have the Leaning Tower of Pisa problem. If you want to go up, you got to go down, way down, because we're just a lake bed, Lake Agassiz. People don't know we used to be a giant lake. So the dirt is really, really soft. It's actually a shame to build houses on it. You should be farming it. But we live here anyway. And if you go above like 3 stories, the whole thing's just going to tip right over. So rather than going up, we go out.
Yes.
And because of that, like, you're not ever surrounded by skyscrapers unless you're like right downtown, and they've put a lot of money to invest into those. But other than that, it just has that small town of everywhere you look, and it's just the big sky. When I came back from Japan, that's what I noticed the most, is just like, oh my God, look at all this sky that we have here.
You can see.
And that makes that small town. Also, our immigration policy. I've told you about our immigration policy before. The winter, you must be this hardcore to live here, right? And I think that makes us all just a little different, a little hardy, a little weird.
Yeah.
But makes that real strong sense of, people who just moved here. It's like, yeah, okay. But if you've been here, through 3 or 4 winters, it's like, yeah, hey, you're one of us.
If you can handle a couple winters, you're good. You're good in my book.
Yeah, I think that's the case. All right. Next question. Liam Walker from Miramar, Florida, asks, are there any hidden gems or lesser-known attractions in Fargo that visitors should check out? Well, I'll just say, Liam, you should check out the Fargo Five, this show, because that's all we talk about is hidden gems, like Below Zero Wrestling.
Yes.
I mean, would we consider that a hidden gem, or maybe you guys are getting so big that's
a growing gem?
A growing gem.
Can we use that? I would love for us to be a hidden gem that people travel to Fargo to see Below Zero Wrestling. But I think a lot of, like, if someone's coming from out of town, I mean, you always look at, what's your mall look like, stuff like that. But in terms of, like, there's always something going on here.
Yeah.
Like downtown Fargo, the street fair, the farmer's market, like anything like that, our sports teams. I think maybe not that they're necessarily hidden gem, but they are gems of this town that offer so much.
People, and that's one of the reasons I started this show. So, like, a lot of people are like, there's nothing to do in Fargo. Yeah, get out of the house.
I've started the last, even like this year more, but like the last 2 years, like, what else is there to do in this town, like, other than just going to a bar or something like that? And you know what? There's a lot of stuff to do.
The list is never ending.
Yeah.
Never ending. All right, well, coming up next, we've got John Lee Hooker with No Shoes. Are you a big blues fan? Do you like blues music at all?
For the most part, I pretty much like anything.
Yeah.
So I can always get into something.
This is some old school blues.
All right.
So we've got John Lee Hooker with No Shoes, and we'll be back with Fargo Fresh. Don't go nowhere.